do that. Now, the first AI tools that have the potential to make you lots of money and save you lots of time are 10web.io and durable.co. Now, back in the day, creating a website required a lot of skills and training. I mean, you needed to be proficient in several coding languages, and you also had to design everything. And then you needed to write each piece of code manually. And only then would you be able to actually fill in the page with your copy. I mean, this entire process could take weeks, sometimes even months, depending on the complexity of the website. It was a long, arduous, and most importantly, expensive process. And in the late 90s, even the most basic website could cost upwards of $20,000. Then came tools like WordPress and later Wix and Shopify. And these tools drastically brought costs down. And all of a sudden, most people could build at least a very basic website. But even since these came out in the 2000s, one problem has still remained: time. No matter how you put it, building a good website, however simple, will still take a long time. I mean, sure, nowadays, you don't have to code everything yourself. You can kind of just put in whatever you want into the website builder, but even then, it still takes time. It takes time to get the design right. It takes time to write the copy. It even takes time to learn how to use the website builders themselves. So much so that agencies and contractors will offer to do it for you. And let's be honest, lots of the custom websites are actually just slightly improved versions of basic Wix templates. So that's really all to say that building websites isn't easy and it isn't quick. And that's really where AI comes into the picture. With tools like 10web.io and Durable, you can use AI to build your entire website for you. AI will design it, build it, write copy, and even source and insert the imagery. And in a matter of minutes, you can go from having no website to having a fully functioning and aesthetically pleasing website. All you need to do is give AI some basic information. And that's it. A few minutes answering prompts, if that. And you'll also be able to take advantage of features like built-in SEO and AI recreation. AI recreation allows you to feed the AI websites you like, and it can recreate similar websites for you. Now, of course, once made, you can edit whatever you want and even have the tool regenerate the site until it's to your perfection and your liking. So you can either use these AI tools in your own business, or you can even start businesses around them. You see, tons of people are paying freelancers a few $100s to make really basic websites. And with these tools, you can blow those freelancers out of the water in a matter of minutes and even command higher prices while doing so. These are perfect examples of how AI tools can both save time and make you money.
My next AI money-making idea is to set up a AI-powered podcast editing business. You can use two tools for this: Descript and Autopod. Descript is an app that lets you edit videos via text like a Google Doc. You can automatically cut out silences, ums and ahs from your videos and clean up the audio as well. It also has a bunch of other features, but for basic podcast editing, you won't need much. And we can combine Descript with a very cool non-AI tool called Autopod. It's an Adobe Premiere Pro plugin you can use to cut up a whole multicam podcast into an edited video with the camera always focused on the person who's talking. This would normally take a freelance editor probably at least a few hours to edit, especially if it's like a 2 or 3 hour podcast. But with something like this, with this sort of setup, yeah, it will only take you about a minute. By combining Autopod and Descript, you have a complete automated podcast editing solution that you can use to do the job of a normal podcast editor in 20% of the time. Realistically, you can edit a whole podcast in maybe 20 to 30 minutes and charge $100 for it. You can probably make $800 just from 4 hours of editing in the evening, plus maybe an hour or two here and there for extra edits. For each edit, follow these basic steps. Video podcasters send you their multicam footage via Google Drive. Use Autopod to then combine all the different angles into one. Then put that video file into Descript to improve the audio and automatically remove pauses. If the podcasters request edit, you can just search for and edit the relevant sections you need to using the Descript transcript. And that's it. You can even bundle this with the shorts idea I mentioned earlier and just provide a full package, charging even more money. Obviously, this won't work unless you can get clients, but with everyone seemingly wanted to start podcasts and sort of make podcasts and stuff, it shouldn't be too hard to find someone who's looking for an editor for their podcast. To get your foot in the door, you could even offer to edit one episode for free just to show what you're capable of. And then if they like it, then you can start charging for it.
Next, I want to talk about Tidio. Now, Tidio's AI Liro has the power to either assist or entirely replace your support team, and doing all that whilst boosting sales on your website. And obviously this means that you either save money by hiring less staff or make more money by providing a better customer experience. And both of those lead to the same outcome, which is more net income in your pocket. Now, Tidio AI is essentially an AI-powered chatbot that can do two things. It either replaces lengthy, frequently asked questions and answers customers' questions in a matter of seconds. So that means that you can easily increase your site's conversion rates by making the customer journey so much more seamless. Because listen, instead of clogging the website with tons of frequently asked questions and still having loads of questions unanswered, you can now feed all of that information into AI, which can then answer all of your customers' queries. The AI can also answer more advanced queries like order fulfillment or restocks by tapping into the database. Now, the second thing the AI allows is for human customer support team to work faster and better. You see, here's the thing, Tidio is a text-based AI, which means it can take your support agent's quick and rough replies and turn them into full sentences that are on par with your company's branding. But if your customer asks a question that's beyond the scope of the AI's knowledge base, then it will automatically refer them to a human agent. Now, here's the interesting part. Liro can answer 70% of your customers' questions. That means that your support system can service more people in less time. And as I said, the result is happier customers and ultimately more sales.
So the first tool is Video AI. It uses AI to automatically find and cut up the interesting bits from a long form video into short clips that you can share as YouTube Shorts, TikToks, or Instagram Reels. So we're going to give it a quick try and see what it's like. Let's make a video for TikTok, for example. We're going to enter our video like so. Start import, and then we can choose what format we want it. Let's do square. Actually, we could do portrait. Oh no, we can tick both. I didn't even realize. Oh, great. You can choose a template that you like as well. Oh, okay. There's got multiple templates. Oh, I only just realized. Okay, let's choose that one. Let's choose this one as well. Continue. Portrait. Let's see what templates they got here. I like that one, this one. Let's choose that one as well. Cool. Continue. We'll put in my social handles, and then it's going to process the video and send it to me when it's done. And you can use this to make a lot of money pretty quickly, probably around $100 an hour, mainly because of how much sort of short form content has blown up. How many creators are looking for editors to cut their content into short form content. Every creator wants to make shorts because they get millions of views, but not every creator has the time or editing chops to cut up the videos themselves. So you can make a list of YouTubers and podcasters that you like the look of, that you enjoy watching or listening to. Make sure they have more than 100,000 subscribers, because you know, to have that many subscribers or more, then they most likely will have the budget to be able to afford something like this, to be able to pay for something like this. You can then use video to turn one of their videos into, let's say, 3 different shorts, send them a short email with a link and say you'd be happy to produce more like this. Maybe you could do something like 10 shorts per week for them, and you could charge $20 or $30 per short. If they say no, not a problem. You have a portfolio of content that you've actually made. If they say yes, great, you start making money. You can easily make around probably 6 shorts in an hour. So let's just say you charge $25 per short. That's $150 per hour. And with a few clients, you could probably make $1,000 per week, because you could just do all the work in a day. You can also list your work on websites like Upwork or Fiverr and get clients that way too. Okay, so a few minutes later, my clips are ready. Let's review them very quickly. How wealthy people think about money. Let's have a look at this one. As I've started making money, as I've started getting wealthier, getting into different circles, networking, making different types of friends, I've realized that wealthy people think so differently from the average person. This is actually really, really good. I'll see it's made various different clips from my main video, and we can see it's even worked out sort of chapters for them. So for example, delayed gratification, let's have a look at that one. Delayed gratification seems to be always the #1 thing that leads to results. For those who don't know what delayed gratification is, it's when you delay a reward so that you can get a bigger reward down the line. Damn, this is actually really, really clever. I'm really impressed. I wasn't expecting it to be so accurate and so good on just working out what clips to put together. You've got to remember that this works better for videos that don't have a lot of visuals, because you have to fit all of the relevant content into a vertical frame. Podcasts are ideal because it's just people talking, much easier to cut up.
So the next AI tool will be useful for just about anyone and have the potential to save tons of time. Now, have you ever read through a seemingly endless contract or some other lengthy document? Now, maybe you had to do some reading for a class, or maybe you needed to read some other brief or report for work. Well, if you've ever been in a situation where you had to read a long document, then DocuAsk can save you a ton of time, because with DocuAsk, you no longer need to read those long, arduous documents. You see, there are plenty of tools that summarize text. ChatGPT can even do that. But the issue with the summaries is that they're only that, summaries. That means that you will inevitably miss important, fine details. But if you know what to look for, well, then you can use DocuAsk, because DocuAsk takes any document and analyzes it so you can simply ask questions about it in a chat box. Listen, here's the thing, extracting information from documents literally could not be easier. So you no longer need to spend hours and hours scouring through documents. You can simply use AI.
Use something like ChatGPT to help you generate AI image prompts. You can then sell those prompts on a marketplace like PromptBase, which is just absolutely wild to me. It's wild to me that there is a market out there for prompts. People can't come up with their own prompts, so they buy other people's prompts to then use those prompts in AI tools. Absolutely wild. But if there's a business for it, there's a business for it. See, everyone has access to AI tools, but not everyone can use them well. So lots of people are willing to pay for really good AI prompts that can get them the results they want when they're writing or generating AI images. Like you can see, people are selling prompts here for around $3 to $6. And if you click on a top seller's profile, you can see how much they've made. So if we have a look at this one here, $3 for a prompt, and she's made 760 sales. So 3 times by 700, yeah, that's like what, $2,100, $2,100 from selling prompts, which is pretty wild. But it's actually pretty easy to get ChatGPT and some online tutorials to quickly teach you the skill of good prompting if you just ask nicely. So as an example, we're going to ask ChatGPT, how would I write a great image prompt for a cool minimalist phone background? And it gives us a bunch of prompts here, which we can use to create minimal backgrounds in something like Midjourney. So here's how to turn this into a business. Research what people are interested in on PromptBase, invest some time in experimenting with prompts to see what images you can get, build a portfolio of prompt styles for image generators like Midjourney, then sell those prompts on something like PromptBase or market them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, using your Midjourney images to get people interested. You can then sell these as PDF packs with examples of images from each collection of prompts using an online sales solution like Gumroad or PayHip. By doing this, you're pretty much selling shovels in a gold rush, because everyone wants to learn how to use these AI tools better. It's also really easy to market because images can go viral very quickly. If you get stuck choosing one of these ideas but want to get started, I'd go for maybe generating shorts with AI, because it's really easy to do and there's so much demand for it.
But it may just be the most useful AI on this list, and that's Microsoft's Copilot. Copilot directly complements Microsoft's entire suite of products. That means it's able to do everything from analyzing Excel spreadsheets to making full-blown PowerPoints. I mean, Copilot can even transcribe notes during a Microsoft team meeting and provide you with a summary of the key points and action items, and even execute on the actions itself. So let's say one of those action items was to make a presentation. Copilot is able to create a tailor-made presentation to your desired branding guidelines. I mean, we've all made a PowerPoint presentation before. That alone could literally save you hours. Copilot also knows your calendar and therefore can prepare you for upcoming meetings. It can even generate reports and other Word documents based on previous work. And of course, it can also reply to all of your emails for you. Copilot is one of the best examples of AI making your workflow more seamless and more efficient. It's an AI tool that anyone can take advantage of, regardless of their occupation. And especially if you ever use one of Microsoft's products, well then Copilot will be useful to you. Whether you need to make a pitch deck for your clients or analyze last quarter's profitability, Copilot can help.